What, the amusement park?
All right,
Tell me about
everybody.
it a little bit.
So we are now live. The internet can see you, so be as fabulous as you already are. So, hi, the internet. As I said before, let us know if anyone in the chat is having any issues with the sound. But otherwise, yeah, we're gonna kick this thing off.
Yeah.
So hi everyone. My name is William Bloodworth. I am the programming coordinator for Cosplay America. If you've been to Cosplay America in person, I'm the weirdo who's usually wearing this thing to be special for all the hotel staff. Right now, it's going to sit over here with Appa because he is amazing. Cool. People can see us. That is wonderful. So, first of all, hi everyone in the world. Congratulations for bearing with us through this year where I'm sure we are all desperately missing conventions and all of the fun that they bring our lives. I'm very happy to say that while we are sad that Cosplay America could not take place in person, trust me, we're super sad about that. We were really looking forward to it. We thankfully this year, especially have a large number of incredibly talented and open-minded guests who were willing to hop on with us and check in for right now to see like where things are going, but also let us know a little bit about some things that we have coming up. Just as a recap for anyone tuning in for the first time, Cosplay America is a costume-centric convention on the East Coast in Cary, North Carolina, which is right outside of Raleigh. And we've been doing this for a number of years now, like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 or a million. It feels like a million. But yeah, we've been doing this for a bit, and our convention is focused on not just wearing costumes, but actually everything about the process. Making costumes, photography, having fun in them. We do a lot of crazy adventures, and I definitely encourage you to check it out at cosplayamerica.com if you haven't yet. We were originally going to have a convention this year in June, but unfortunately, for obvious health and safety reasons, we couldn't do that. So rather than make you wait until next summer, which we are doing, assuming the world aligns itself, rather than making you wait that whole time, we've gotten together our guest here, and they've been so kind as to give us a minute to catch up. And then later on, as you can see from the bottom corner, which is down there, if I'm doing camera right, is our date for an online event this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a day of streaming where our guests are going to teach us something, whether it be, we're just going to have like an open panel where we can message back and forth. We'll engage on that here on this channel. And we might also do some things that we can't do in person. Like there's a lot of stuff that requires special equipment. There's a lot of stuff that is not practical to move. There's a lot of things that we have our own stuff at home and we're just more comfortable doing there. So we're going to try to get some things together on that. And today we're going to tell you what we're going to do. So hopefully that'll be cool. Definitely tune in. We're not doing the online con thing where you're buying badges or anything. This is just for people who want to hop on, want to enjoy it, even if you can't go to the convention in person. Like get a little bit of the taste and flavor of Cosplay America. I'm just gonna keep talking and meandering. So yeah, like that's what we're up to. That's where we're at. And I guess without further delay, I'm going to start introducing our guests. So journeying down the list alphabetically, gonna begin things with December. And December's box has already disappeared. You're magical. You've disappeared. Everything moves. The internet is fun. All right, you should be. Here you go. Yeah. All right. So now they can see you.
That's good. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
Awesome.
So like, how have you been? You holding up?
I've been good. Yeah, I've been all right. I've been good. It's a weird time of life right now, but doing pretty good. Staying busy, making a lot of different things with the resources that are available right now. Sort of in pandemic, getting materials has been harder than ever. So, doing what you can with what you got. Yeah, we're doing okay.
Would you say it's probably been a good opportunity to learn how to be even more versatile than we already are?
It's been a good opportunity for me to use what I have right now instead of getting shiny new things.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, use
Sure.
the entire animal.
Yeah, and really focusing on detail work since got to work on what I have right now.
That's true. That's good. So, would you like to tell us a little bit about what you will be showing us on August 29th?
For sure. Yeah. I will be doing a demo on thread painting hand embroidery. Thread painting is a lot of the detail work I've been working on recently. Actually, let me go get an example.
See, this is the fun thing about doing this online is we actually can just go grab stuff.
Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of thread painting with hand embroidery work. So I'm going to be doing a demo on all about thread painting. So looking at the different types of threads that are available, the needles to use, different methods for stretching embroidery, especially for stuff that needs to be wearable. So working on pieces, not working on something that is necessarily an applique, but embroidering directly on pieces that you want to be wearable. And then looking at the actual nuts and bolts of stitching thread painting. So a little bit on the color theory behind thread painting, a little bit on the hand techniques, a little bit on the setup, and then an actual example of doing the work.
Awesome. That sounds great. So yeah, thank you very much. Like I'm looking forward to it. Like one of the nice things about this for me is that I'll actually get to go to all the panels for a change. I usually have to poke my head in and then run away to the next one. So this will be great for me. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Assuming I didn't fail at the alphabet, I believe Ginoza is next.
Me?
I think so.
Can you hear me all right?
I can, and in a second, the internet. There you go. Now you're up on the internet. They can see you
Ah,
too.
cool. Awesome.
So hi, how have you been? What's up?
I'm all right. Not as motivated to do things as some people, but I know a lot of people are struggling with that right now. A lot of people.
Are you past the bread phase?
What, the bread making phase?
The bread making phase and the setting
That was in
really
month
ambitious
one.
New Year's resolutions for yourself in quarantine.
Yeah, month one was a little bit more fun. I do this thing on my calendar where you try to like write something every single day, like a positive thing every day. I've gotten to the point where I've stopped writing as
That's
often.
fair.
But for the first 2 months, I was like right on top of it. So it looks like I was doing stuff every single day.
So you've kind of got like that person slowly going crazy diary that starts out all nice and uplifting, and then eventually you're just like, I'm just gonna hot glue everything.
Slightly. But the sad part of the calendar is that I had to put sticky notes over the days where other things were.
Oh.
Like where they were going to be, you know? So there have been a lot of sticky noted days.
Oh wow.
Unfortunately. I had a lot of things that were coming up, as a lot of people did, so you know. But bread making phase was in month one, and it did not end well. The pictures were awful. Like, this is what it's supposed to look like, this is what it looks like, and then I gave up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but pizza dough worked really well, by the way.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, like that's
So,
that's probably what you wanted to make anyway. So that makes
yeah,
sense.
right. But anyway, cosplay stuff. I'm working on a little bit of Sakizo. It's like a big fancy dress. It's different for me. What else? Oh, I redid my bathroom. Like,
Ooh, the
like,
ultimate DIY experience.
Yeah, I wanted something different so that like getting back to cosplay will be more fun. So I'm like, if I force myself to work on cosplay stuff, I'm not going to be maybe as interested in doing it, and I'll feel like it's a chore at this point. So I was just like, do the bathroom, get the whole thing done, feel good about it, and then be excited about cosplay.
That's fair.
I
Like,
just
get
got
it
the
out of the
bathroom
way.
done like yesterday, so
Yeah. Just
yeah,
knock that out of the way. I totally get that.
Cosplay next.
Yeah. So I guess speaking of cosplay next, what would you like to teach us on August 29?
I would like to do a slightly in depth, but also kind of beginner EVA foam thing. Like, I'll talk about different techniques and paints that are good, and like, you know, all kinds of different things.
Okay.
A bunch of different techniques. I'll have a camera set up above so you can kind of see all kinds of different things that can be done with foam, what not to do with foam, what not to use on foam, what to use on, you know, bunch of different cool stuff. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I know that over the years doing programming, foam is definitely a topic that comes up often, because we see the end product and it looks amazing, but we're like, but how do you get to that? Because then we look over at what we have and it's like, we painted the peanuts that came with the thing we bought.
I think the fact that I'll be able to do this via stream will actually be a little bit easier to show, like, different things that I couldn't normally do at a workshop as easily. Like, I can be like, okay, so here are pattern pieces, here what it looks like as on a, you know, as a pattern, this is how patterns go together. and versus like hand doing things all yourself. And like, I don't know. It'll talk about a little bit of everything.
Nice.
And I'll be able to Dremel. You can't usually Dremel at conventions.
Oh,
And
that's
like
true.
a
Yeah,
huge
you're getting around
part.
the tool problems. That makes
Yeah,
total
that's
sense.
a huge part of what we do at home. And 90% of the time when I see a foam panel, they pretty much don't use Dremels. So I'm
Yeah.
like, how are you doing this at a convention?
Yeah,
No.
conventions get uppity when you start shooting things up in the air.
Specifically dust and
Yeah,
all that.
that makes
Making
sense.
a huge mess and burning things and, you know.
Well, last year at our convention, they were renovating the big lobby area, so we had our fair share of excess dust anyway. So they'll probably appreciate
They
that
didn't
we did
care
this one
too
online.
much. Yeah.
So, awesome. Cool. Well, thank you very much. All right. Up next on my list, I have Jackie.
Hi.
Hi.
Can everyone see me already?
They can now. It's this fun game where like it's like a Rubik's Cube where every time someone disconnects and reconnects, it shuffles you all around. So I'm just sliding your boxes.
Ooh, exciting.
But yep, you're there.
Hi.
Hi. How have you been?
I've been good. I've been keeping busy. I've got a 5-month-old now, so that's,
I hear those are
pretty much.
I hear they're time consuming. Is that true?
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
A little bit.
So I've been staying sane by like chipping away at little projects, like slow burn things. I've got some things I want to do eventually, but it's more like dye tests or learning how to do embroidered smocking, like things I can do in an hour or 2 hours. Like when she goes to sleep, I get to do a little thing. And someday that will add up to a whole costume, but probably not this summer. And that's okay because nothing's happening this summer. So
it's kind of a pause for most of us in our hobbies. So that definitely makes sense. Like, I guess all conventions going away kind of coincided with a life event for you anyway. So
it did.
You probably didn't have to cancel a lot of plans.
Yeah, no, it's worked out in a weird way, but not in a good way.
Not in the way anyone wanted, but yeah, like you didn't like get a monkey's paw or anything. So I think we're all right.
No. But yeah, bite-sized little projects. I think that's probably what I'd be doing even if I didn't have a 5-month-old bothering me all the time. But yeah, just little things that keep me happy, keep me sane.
Awesome.
More or less. Yeah.
So like, are there any like little kind of projects that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, it kind of leads into what I will be talking about in August also. I've been playing with my embroidery machine and using leather. Leather is one of my favorite materials.
Oh,
this
nice.
is all black, so it's kind of hard to see.
It's so cool.
The shine on it works great. That looks great.
Yeah, it's like padded leather and it's quilted. So that was just like, I don't know, can I do this? The answer is yes, you can.
So you're already one step ahead of the apocalypse after all.
I guess so.
You're setting up the dress code for the future.
Trying, yeah, one piece at a time. But sewing's my jam, and I really love working with leather. And it's a kind of tricky material to work with, and it's expensive. So I wanted to talk to everyone about why I love working with leather as opposed to faux leather or textiles, like the qualities that it has that make it special and make it good for cosplay or not good for cosplay sometimes. There's tons of different types of leather, like for tooling or for sewing or for accessories. I'm actually a handbag designer professionally, so I use leather a lot. And we just want to give a crash course on like what the qualities are, why you might want to use them, and then tips on how to use it, because it does require some special tools, as does pretty much every component of cosplay. Like every new thing you learn, you need a new set of tools.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over like what you have to have, what might be nice to have, and just a few techniques that I like using. Like quilting is really great for jackets, like quilted jackets or accessories, just adding depth to things. I think one of the reasons I like using real leather is it gives like a little bit of texture and a quality to cosplay that is not obvious right away, but when you look close, it's like, oh, that's like extra special somehow.
Like it looks real because it's real.
Yeah, pretty much.
That makes sense. Have you been having trouble getting materials lately?
I have a hoard. I'm a dragon basically.
Oh, okay.
I have closet. So it like December, I'm trying to use up what I've got and it's a good thing. This has really forced us to go into those closets and try to clear them out a little bit.
No, that's true. Yeah, I guess we can sometimes get in the habit of like, let's Amazon that thing so I don't have to find it. It's a good way to dig through.
Yeah, but I do have some suggestions on where to get these things, because leather working tools can be kind of specific. So in August I'll have like a little, I don't know, bullet point I can show of
Nice.
where to get stuff if you want it.
Excellent. Yeah. That sounds great. Cool. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right. Just to give you a heads up, I'm jumping over to you next, Jenny.
Ready.
All right. They can see you.
Hi. Oh, how's it going?
We're surviving. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I've actually been using a lot of the time to catch up on this backlog of photos of my cosplays that I just never got around to editing. So being trapped in the house has led to that. So that's...
There you go. It's,
I guess.
all of the distractions and excuses and things you might rather be doing go away. Here we are.
Yeah, all the costumes I was working on were all group costumes. So that's... And half the fun for me is working on costumes with the people who are in my group. It's much more motivating. So
did you get the temptation to go from Sailor Venus to Sailor V so that you can survive without a group, or?
No, I can't do it. That's why I'm not Sailor V.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
But I am excited for August 29th. One, it's my birthday, so.
Oh, birthday con! Woo! All right, I'm gonna have to send you a GIF of a cake.
My birthday.
So it's going to be a party on the stream. No, but I'm really actually excited because I love doing workshops, but there's some things when it's so detailed, it's really hard to show in a larger setting.
Right.
So I think streaming, it's going to like let people see like really fine work. And I'm going to teach basic like jewelry making. So some wire work, some beading, and all of it's coming from when I used to work at the Georgia Renaissance Festival for like a decade. So I learned a lot of like ways to get stuff accomplished with really basic tools and things that I've just used in all of cosplay in unexpected ways. So I'm just going to go through like how to make your own like closures out of wire and just, I don't know, like little scrappy things you can do to bring things together. So I'm super hyped to teach it.
Oh, so we kidnapped you on your birthday though. Oh, I didn't realize that. I mean, I'm glad you're choosing to spend your birthday with us, but we'll have to...
DragCon's usually on my birthday, so...
That's true. We don't get that either. Like, everything is canceled. Tell you what, do you want us to try singing a birthday song for you and then seeing if those copyright people still come after us?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. You don't want us to pretend it's like a restaurant where all of your friends betray you or anything. We'll just...
Only if you make your own restaurant version of a happy birthday song, then I'll take it.
Oh, okay. We'll have to come up with our own lyrics so no one gets sued, and it'll be just for you.
Sounds good.
We'll do it. It'll desync because it's the internet. It'll be the 2020 experience. So, awesome.
Fitting.
Cool. Well, thank you very much. All right. Now I'm going to jump over to Regan. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Oh, which one? It's moving again. No, numbers. Why?
No.
There you go. You're here. I got you. You are now on screen.
All right. Cool. Sounds good.
So hey, how you been?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome. That's good. Like just surviving like the rest of us, I guess.
Yeah, like doing some projects, but usually pretty small things and like whatever is getting my attention at the time. So I'm just jumping around a whole bunch.
Cool.
Like worked a little bit on bubble gum. Been doing a lot of like sketching designs. I for some reason got really into the idea of making a tutorial video on YouTube, and so I made that.
Nice.
Which is on YouTube now, and I'm gonna see how long I'm interested in that for. So basically just doing whatever catches my interest at the time.
Okay, yeah, if I should have that link handy, but if not, I will find it and I will share it with people because they should go look at that. That is awesome. So, yeah, like, it's great to see you again. Didn't get to see you at the con this year. What would you like to do on what I'm now just going to refer to as Jenny's birthday?
So for my panel, I wanted to do something not wigs. And so I figured I should do what I'm working on kind of on and off now, which is my first GOLDWORK project. And that's what I have been doing for bubblegum. This is actually a combination of embroidery and gold work, but because I'm a beginner, this is the project that I chose. I think it's a lot more straightforward. It's not quite as dense. And it is surprisingly beginner friendly.
It's really pretty.
So gold work is essentially working with metal threads. And I'm working with 2 different types here. So that's mostly what I'll be going over. So it'll be both kind of an introduction as well as a craft along as I work on more of these guys.
Nice. So it's actually thread based. So it's got like a little bit of Rumpelstiltskin adventure to it.
Well, so gold work is metal.
Okay.
So it's essentially you've got one type that I'm working with called pearl, which is kind of very tight, twisted wire. And you can stretch it apart and then it looks bad, but when it's together, it almost looks like a chain of pearls. And then you've got the smooth kind, and then you've got the chip work, which is what the shiny pieces on there are. So it's just essentially, it's honestly, it reminds me a lot of beadwork, but there's just a different way of stitching it down, and some things to consider.
Cool. Well, that sounds awesome. Yeah, like I know that not shockingly, gold is a popular design element in all sorts of costumes, and so this sounds like it's a bit nicer than spray painting a thing, like when you're actually doing it.
Yeah, it gives it a nice shine. Gold work is deceiving though, because first of all, there's no actual gold in that because I am not rich. Second of all,
it's not a financial flex.
All kinds of you can get it in all kinds of different colors. So like this one is a combination of gold and then there's pink metal.
Okay. That is cool.
So your costume doesn't have to actually be gold toned in order to incorporate that.
Nice. That sounds awesome. Cool. Well, thank you very much. I'm now going to toss it over to the other half of Cowbell Crunchies. Hi, Scone. How you doing? Your sound's a little bit low somehow.
It's because I muted myself.
There you go. We can hear you now.
There we go.
Awesome.
Yeah, I always do that because I have the control on the cord, and then everybody's like,
yeah, I've got one of those too, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's the worst. I'm good. Regan's been like way more productive than I have in quarantine. But I've gotten a lot further in Skyrim than she has. So,
it's winning on a different angle.
It's winning on a different level. I have been working on some cosplay. I started working on my outfit for the cosplay Met Gala that we throw. It's a thing that we've been doing. Last year was the first year at Katsu. Hopefully we'll have another Katsu coming up to do another one.
We're all hoping that we can figure this out. Come on.
Right? Like Katsu's in February, like come on, please. And it's like a high fashion Cthulhu dress.
Naturally.
But yeah, of course. But it's been really nice because since everything's canceled, there's no real deadline. So I can actually take my time and do everything very technically. So I've been hand felling seams for like a month now.
Oh, wow.
Which is fine. Whatever. It's fun.
Do you do it for a certain amount of time and then you actually start hearing the call of Cthulhu? Or does it just
I've been listening to the Magnus archives while I'm doing it. So it's just like a whole like very immersive experience.
That is amazing.
Of supernatural horror. It's been really ambient.
Nice. If you ever look down and see that you've somehow written words in a language you don't understand, then just give us a heads up.
Yeah. Turn the podcast off, walk away.
Like maybe that's outside.
Get a snack.
Yeah.
Get a Snickers.
Yeah, there you go. Like you worship Cthulhu when you're hungry. Have a Snickers. Yeah, that's fair.
And as part of that is actually I've been doing what I'm going to do my demo on, which is tambour embroidery and using like the embroidery tambour table that I have. I don't actually technically do tambour. I do like Lunaville, but it's the same tools. I don't understand what the technical difference is, but that's what I've been told. It's a way of using a hook to do embroidery, which you can then incorporate beads and pearls and like all kinds of extra solid things.
Nice.
And it's a lot more efficient than using like a straight up needle to do your embroidery, so you can get it done a lot faster. So I've been doing a lot of like beading and stuff on my outfit. Gonna just do like a walkthrough of how I set the stuff up and then kind of craft along. Watch me spill beads all over myself.
It's part of the adventure.
Part of the, you know, then
Yeah,
you're
it's
like
the price of
stand
doing
up.
business.
Yeah.
Are they like
beads all
Legos
over
when
the
you find
house.
them?
No, because they're tiny.
Okay.
But like, you know, you'll like walk to the kitchen or something, and then there's like a bead in the hem of your pants
Oh,
or
yeah.
stuck to you, and you're like, oh, okay.
They find every fold in clothing and set up
Yeah.
shop. Yeah, I can
It's
see
more
that.
like glitter than.
Oh, it's like the glitter's bigger.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
But that's my plan. So hopefully somebody finds it interesting and tunes in.
I mean, I'll be there, and I'm sure a
You'll
lot of
be
others
there.
will be there. So it'll be great.
Yeah.
If it's just us, then you can still teach me, and I will learn, and it'll be wonderful.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you very much. Don't go too Fatagan on us. Alrighty. I'm going to move on now over to Sophie. Hi, Sophie. That's not a picture of Sophie.
Hi.
Sophie, come back. There's Sophie. There you are. I got you now.
Hi.
Hi, and welcome.
Thank you. I'm super excited to learn everything that everyone just talked about. Like, I want to watch all of those workshops because, oh my gosh, I just want to learn it all. It looks so cool.
Yeah, like I said before, I'm looking forward to actually getting to watch these things for a change. Like, usually I'm bouncing between the different programming as the programming person, but whenever I get a chance to sit in, they're great, and I love it. And I also like that our guests tend to like to go to each other's workshops too. So like I'll get requests of schedule me here, but like not against that, and I'll be like, okay, I'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. So yeah, but
Yeah,
hey,
I can already see myself starting a whole bunch of shopping lists, like at every single one. I'm like, I'm gonna need that. I need that tool. I
Oh,
need
that's
those
dangerous.
materials. Yeah, big material shopping spree after Jenny's birthday.
There you go. Yeah, just be careful because when you're watching these things online, it's so easy to open another tab. Like at least at the con, you have to think about it. So just be careful.
Yeah, it'll happen. I know it will.
I guess that too is part of the journey, the cosplay adventure. So you're going to talk to us about 3D printing on fabric.
Yeah. So I make lots of different kinds of things, and I use a lot of technology in my builds. So I do a lot of laser cutting. My spacesuit and my helmet has a lot of laser cut material on it.
Nice.
And I use my 3D printer a lot. I have a lot of digital processes that I use in all of my work. And so I thought it would be cool to share how I'm doing 3D printing on fabric. So I'm working on this. It's a dress. I'm working on trying to make an entire dress out of 3D printing on fabric.
That's amazing.
So here's like one little panel
Wow.
of the material. And it's pretty cool. The way I'm doing it is I'm basically just applying, I'm sandwiching this mesh material, this tulle, in between the first two layers of the print. And because my design is sort of this cellular design, when the finished print comes off the bed, it's flexible like this. So I'm basically building this entire garment out of small pieces like this and connecting them all together. Here's another sample. This is sort of like a snaky
it's
kind of.
It's like you 3D printed a snake, but just the outside.
Yeah, someone said it looked kind of like tire tread.
Oh,
which
yeah, I can see
get that.
Yeah.
And actually, the first time I did this, I did a sample of it just out of whatever filament I had in my printer, and it happened to be this translucent red kind of orangey filament, and it looked exactly like salmon.
Oh.
It looked like a salmon fillet, like sitting on my printer.
You just set it to fish.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, suddenly I'm ready for lunch.
Now I can make a mermaid.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm doing this whole piece out of this kind of iridescent filament that's really gorgeous.
That is really cool.
So yeah, I thought it would be cool to show this process here in my studio, which is something I wouldn't be able to do in person. So I have my machines here, and I can kind of walk people through the process of setting up the print, putting the fabric in, and then I'll show you how I attach all these pieces together so that it's pretty seamless, so you can't really see the joins.
Nice.
Yeah, and hopefully this will be done by then. We'll see.
I mean, that's sort of, it's part of the fun. Like now that we don't have con deadlines, we have to make our own. And
Yeah, going without a deadline is so hard. I have a lot of things that are at like 75 to 90% complete.
mm-hmm.
I just need a deadline to just like take it to the end.
Nice. And then like one quick question for you, just for my personal curiosity. Have you worn that helmet grocery shopping yet?
No, but back in the beginning of this whole pandemic thing, we weren't really sure if Emerald City Comic Con was going to happen or not, because it was right at the beginning of shutting things down.
Yeah.
And I was gonna wear this costume, my Gedrin costume that I was gonna complete for that. But then I thought, well, actually, there's this virus going around. Maybe I do want to wear the full face helmet.
There you go.
You know, like maybe that would be a smarter choice. So yeah, I have seen people posting on social of them like going out in spacesuits.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, well, I do have one if I want to go that route. I have a little fan in my belt, so it keeps me, it blows air through my helmet, so it keeps me cool. So yeah, I think if I had to, I could actually wear it outside for a while.
Yeah, this feels like it's your opportunity to find the time traveler who went to 2020 and confuse them even more. Just be like walking at them all big and bulky.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next year when we actually get to hopefully do all of our conventions in person again, we'll have some fun photo ops as throwback jokes.
Yeah. Oh, I bet we will.
That'll be great. All right, well, cool. Thank you very much. And again, like, welcome. And I guess speaking of masks that don't really have to worry quite as much, I'm going to pass things over now to Uber's Cosplay. How you doing, sir?
Hello.
So have you worn your helmet grocery shopping yet?
No, I'm trying to keep everything very low key.
That's fair. So how you been?
Good. Ever since, well, basically the world started ending, I've been keeping busy working on mostly cosplay, but a lot of other small projects that I had been neglecting over the years. Model kits and that kind of thing.
Have you started digging through the Gunpla backlog?
Oh yeah, I just finished this guy not too long ago. Weathered him up. I've had this guy for a couple of years sitting on my backlog shelf, and now that he's finished up, and I'm slowly working through the rest of my backlog too. Most of what you see behind me here.
Oh wow! Did you rob an IKEA for those shelves? Is that
no,
4 or 5 Detolfs or something?
Yeah, I need about like 3 more to hold everything I got.
That sounds about right.
In the closet. Mostly model kits.
I mean, you got to keep them up.
Yeah, but I've been keeping busy with costume stuff as well. I'm currently in the process of making 2 more Gundam suits. One of them is the Gundam EZ8 Hiryu.
Nice.
So I've been working on him. Another one is the God Gundam from Gundam.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So I've been still trying to keep busy. Work's been keeping me pretty busy too, though.
Oh, yeah, that's been rough. Like, I know that I've been crazy busy just from normal work stuff, so... Well, I mean, like, I'm fortunate. Like, obviously, people have had differing experiences with the ability to continue working right now, and I definitely want to be cognizant of it. But I have been working so much lately that it's like, oh, I feel like I'm missing out on the generational we're making bread adventure. But
yeah,
like we make other things. We have other hobbies, and we will get to them as we can. So, so you just held up a helmet. So you're actually going to be showing us a bit about a torso for the EZ8, right?
Yeah, the Gundam right now I'm building is the EZ8, but a question I get asked a lot, it's usually kind of hard to answer. It's like my entire process. So what I was going to do is, because I'm in the process of building this costume anyway, is I was going to do a step-by-step process for showing people how I make the torsos of one of my costumes, like the unicorn Gundam I got here.
Nice.
And the reason why I think this is a really good example of my process is this encompasses a little bit of everything. The electronics, the fiberglass work, the webbing to actually hold it to your body.
Nice.
As well as the ability to break it down for when I have to put this stuff on a plane or ship it ahead of me. The torso is a really good example of pretty much all of that.
Yeah, because it's not like you're just scaling up a Gunpla and printing it out. Like, there's a lot of engineering involved.
No, and I'll be going through the design process as well with the 3D model. showing what parts I cut out of it that you don't need to use in a costume setting.
Nice.
And as well as various changes I have to make it fit to my form, because obviously, you know, I don't have shoulders as wide as like 9 feet, so
Right.
you got to make some compromises.
You don't have some Pat Labor lights up there on your shoulders or anything super wide?
Not yet. I'm working on those, though.
That's fair. Awesome. Well, cool. Yeah, I look forward to seeing that. I think that this is another one of those examples where online is a little bit easier because you also have the luxury of we can pre-record some things and cut ahead, because I'm sure each step of this process takes longer than what we would likely run in one sitting.
Right, but the ability for me to touch on everything in one go, I think will be a lot more helpful to people than just like a general panel.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. And just to give a warning to all of my other guys, I'm about to jump back to our Brady Bunch screen. So if anyone is making funny faces, continue. All right. So, hey, we're all back. I would like to thank everyone again. I know that we originally planned on meeting up in person earlier this year, and that I know many of you have done Cosplay America before, so we all kind of had expectations and we didn't get to do it, but you've all been great. You've been super flexible for us. I really appreciate that we're getting a chance to do some things online, and I'm still looking forward to getting to see everyone in person next year. We'll have to do the next big fun photo shoot and all those adventures. I'm looking forward to doing the other kinds of things that we normally do. I want to have a gala where everyone gets together and looks all fancy. I want to sit around a table and we all talk about embarrassing things that happen at conventions again, because that's a lot of fun. I want to not be afraid of people being too close when we're playing cosplay checkers. I want all that stuff to come back. But yeah, so thank you again very much for this. For everyone listening in, remember, we're going to be releasing the actual time of all of those sessions soon. We just want to line them up with everyone's time zones so that we're not inflicting horrible scheduling plans on our friends. But we're going to share those to cosplayamerica.com. We'll be posting to Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and whatever. We have so much stuff. We've probably got a Friendster account. Whatever. Everything out there, we'll post to it. You can find anything, though, by going to cosplayamerica.com. We'll definitely link to the stuff from there. Yeah. I promise that's the one. If anything gets it, it's going to be there. So we'll be posting that. We'll be posting the times. Please show up. It'll be fun. I think it'll be great. This will also be an opportunity, we'll be sitting and moderating. If questions pop up in the chat, we'll try to share them when appropriate. I think this is going to be a good opportunity, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you're not local and you can't make it in person, just drop by, see if you like it, see if you're having fun. This could be a great experience. And then, of course, we'll be back in person next year, hopefully. We'll definitely let you know as we find out more there. Our this year badges transfer over to next year. All of the policy on that's on the website, so just read into that for details. Other than that, I think we're all good for today. Is everybody good? Anybody have anything else they want to add, or are we good? Cool. Thumbs up, everybody. Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks again, everyone, and we will see all of you in a little bit of a month on Jenny's birthday.
Yay!
Yay!
Jenny's birthday!
Birthday con!
Hijacking the con. Sorry.
All right, no, it's fair. Look, my birthday is a holiday. I understand. America. I get it. Alrighty. Well, thank you very much, everyone, and we will follow up with everyone soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.